Sports. It's in the game.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
Yeah, they're hoping to do it consistently here.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Here's Howell. Throw out wide is incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there,
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the the middle.
Simpson.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Back to throw. Howell.
He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
First and goal from just inside the 5.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
Swift going to try up the middle.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's Hurts to throw.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he ran into. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
They'll run on first down. It's Simpson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll keep it on the ground. Simpson. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington. Possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Off-play action. It's Howell. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they go play action with Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. Howell down to throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The point after is good, and it's now 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 75 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Commanders 14, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nakobe Dean. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
46-yard line.
Powell out of the shotgun.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Powell from the gun.
And a throw right sideline is complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Howell.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown to this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And Howell will throw it.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 40-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
On gain of 12. First down, Eagles.
Hurts. And his throw here's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
First down, Philadelphia.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Going quickly out to the right side. Touchdown! Quez Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
They're on the 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Powell. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Howell. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Throwing again, Powell. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
This time they stay on the ground. And fights through one man. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returned, so the 2nd half begins with a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the 1st half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the 1st half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the IN. Oh, Howell loses it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Faking the handoff. Howell. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Keely Ringo picks it off.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Swift going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Yeah, they're going to speed things up here.
Well, Hal's going to mix it up here.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Simpson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Terry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
110 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Simpson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Hal to the air on 1st and 10.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2nd down, it's Simpson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Operating from the gun, Howell. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third. Second and 11. Burt sets up to throw it. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Swift. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
You see that celebration for them after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cameron Kerr, and the Commanders are right back in this football game. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Simpson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a 1-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
On gain of 22 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with the ground. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 49 yards. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Howell. That is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. That is caught. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Simpson. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look.
Well, the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Here's Howell. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Off play action. It's Howell to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No problem there on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th. The big fella! Look at the big fella go.
And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Aesl is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here comes 2nd down. Powell to throw. He's got McLaurin. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's 1st down as the tackle made up near the 35. Here's Howell.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
My
first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Eagles, they're on a nice early roll.